Hi, my people. Hi, my people. Let's tune in. Today is another one-off video talking about why your manifestations are not manifesting. We've talked about manifestation in terms of thoughts, emotions, and behavior. Our thoughts, we can use visualization to focus on the desired reality we want, and then making sure that our beliefs, and a belief is just a thought, are in alignment with what you want. We don't realize how our beliefs are really conflicting with what we want because that belief isn't in alignment with it. Then we talk about emotions and how your emotional state needs to also be in alignment with that reality. If you are not used to feeling joy or peace, and that's what you want, you have to start practicing it right now and being around environments and people that make you feel that way. And last but not least is behavior, right? Making sure that I'm already acting like the person that has the reality that I want. There's no reason to wait for the reality to come in to actually start being that person, because you either are going to be so unused to it when it comes in and not able to maintain it because it hasn't become a habit. So why aren't your manifestations working besides those three factors? I've come up with two randomly. Number one, usually our manifestations involve other people, right? So we cannot interfere with other people's free will. This is a very important factor just in general. God gives us free will, right, to make the decisions we want. But let's say whatever your manifestation is, whether that's a relationship, a job, friendships, these all involve another person. And we cannot force somebody to be molded into what we want. So the problem really becomes that people say, I want a relationship, right? And then you get so fixated on it coming from a specific person that you don't want a relationship. You want that person. But then you don't want that particular person because they're not being who you want. Are you with me? So I want a job. No, you want that job, right? So you have to let go of the characters or the setting, the environment, the ways in which your manifestation will appear to begin with. Because if you're locking it down into being, this relationship needs to be with this person, or this job needs to be at this company, sure, maybe it can happen, but if that's not what's supposed to be for you, because, I think in general, we all want what's for our greatest and highest good. And if you're asking for that, simultaneously asking for this person, this job, this friend, and it's actually not in alignment with you, you have to be able to let go of the characters involved in what you want. If I want love, it doesn't matter how or who I receive it from, if it's actually love, right? If that's what you're saying you want. Because if you're just manifesting a person, you cannot interfere with their free will. So really ask yourself what you want and why you want it. Because the other random thing that's coming to mind is the fact that a lot of times we manifest something and then we don't even want it when it comes in. Because we expected it to be a different way. We didn't really realize what we were asking for. And this is why I think that healing before manifesting is extremely important, because you want to make sure that you are healed, that you are in alignment and know exactly what you want and why you want it, and you're not manifesting off of old wounds, right? So take that with a grain of salt. But that brings us to our last point, and the point I've been really thinking about, which is, come to me, Oh, you're trying to trick the universe. All of these manifestation videos that you can come across, manifest in 5 minutes. Okay, let's chill. Not saying it's not possible, because all you have to do is be in alignment with it. But the question is, can you maintain that alignment? And the fact is that if you cannot maintain it, it's because you didn't do the groundwork. You didn't heal. Okay, you can use visualization to manifest your dreams, but your nervous system is out of whack. Your behavior isn't matching with that reality. I really want us to think about this. We are trying to trick the universe, trick God into saying, I'm healed enough for this because I'm having these thoughts, because I'm feeling these emotions, because I'm having this behavior. But you're trying to play a character. We've already kind of talked about this in terms of the ego. But now you're trying to trick God and saying, I'm ready for this, even though he can see those other thoughts. He can see those other behaviors and those other emotions that you're actually suppressing to try to bring in what you want. But actually, is it what you want? And are you actually ready for it? I think people are trying to skip the healing involved with actually manifesting. And in a way, it's quite insulting to God to begin with. It's saying, oh, like, you'll never notice that I haven't done my shadow work or looked at my flaws, recognized my old patterns, so that I can actually have what I want. No, you're either trying to trick God or trick the other people that we said were involved to saying, oh, I'm ready. I think that's it. So again, those 3 videos that I've made on manifestation, yes, we need to work on this, but one, you cannot interfere with somebody else's free will. Ask yourself, what do you actually want? And know that no matter how it shows up, that's how it was supposed to come, right? We're not manifesting people. We're manifesting our truest desires, the feeling we want to have, the emotional state we want to be in, right? The environment. Even if I say I want to live on an island, it doesn't matter which island it is, right? And then stop trying to trick either people or God into pretending that you're healed when he knows if you healed or not, right? He knows. Can you hear my stomach? He knows. And I just think that he kind of gets, I mean, I'm just a person, but I think he can feel quite bamboozled. Like you think he's a joke when you say, oh, I'm ready for something, or I deserve this, but what have you done to actually deserve your manifestation to begin with, right? You can't trick. We can trick people, which I wouldn't recommend, but tricking an all-being, all-knowing spirit, I wouldn't do that. So have a good day. Love you guys, and stay tuned in. Bye.